This is Newcap News.
It was a successful evening at the Lloydminster and District Fish and Game Association's awards banquet. The annual event has been around for decades and really brought in a crowd Saturday night.
The turnout tonight is probably one of the largest. We have 488 tickets spoken for, so it's pretty much a full house.
Awards were handed out for largest fish, bird, and animal, and all the proceeds from the event went back into youth and habitat programs. Last year, the funds helped finish a number of projects.
Branch here, finishing up on our projects that we've done over the last 2.5 years. We've done a lot of upgrades, both in the indoor range and outdoor range, and that's kind of our highlight for sure.
The banquet follows the association's Gun and Outdoorsman show last weekend, which also drew quite a large crowd. And Lloydminster residents were also in attendance at the second annual fundraiser for One Well at a Time, a project that raises money to build water wells in Nicaragua. Josh Ryan has more.
Getting the support of 100 people to help communities in Nicaragua get clean water was a pressing need for the Rotary Club this weekend.
We do lots of work in community and we have a really strong local focus, but we also do international work, and this is a great opportunity for us to support Dr. Jamal, who's actually on the ground in Nicaragua, really making a difference.
Wayside Dental's Dr. Nekky Jamal is heading back to Nicaragua on February 10th, eager to provide care once again.
We're doing the dental work, and we have optometrists coming with us to help with eye care as well. So the project comes full circle for me.
His previous visit was eye-opening, not just for how great the need is, but also the impact of providing aid.
We eradicate waterborne illnesses. We totally alter the social and economic developments of communities. We improve access to education by allowing children to attend school who otherwise would have been going to get water with their mom.
Turnout for the evening was excellent, as they were able to raise more than $30,000, far surpassing expectations.
It's amazing to see that 100 people can make such a huge difference, not just within our community, but we can do something that's global.
Economically, it's a bit of a challenging time, but people seem to still recognize the need to be gracious to those who are less fortunate. So we've had fabulous cooperation.
And going forward, Jamal hopes that awareness will continue to grow.
We're making a difference, and we're just so blessed to live where we are. And at the end of the day, we're all neighbors.
Josh Ryan, Newcap News.
This is Newcap Sports.
Lakeland College basketball enjoyed a semi-successful weekend on the court against Nate from Edmonton. The women's team lost both matches, while the men earned a split, winning Friday but losing Saturday. As Lance Phillips explains, both teams reaped rewards regardless of outcome.
Friday's tandem of home games proved to Lakeland it can compete with the ACAC North's top teams. The women held a 3-point lead after 3 quarters, but struggled in the fourth, being outscored 23-7 en route to a 62-49 loss.
We played really well. I thought controlled tempo for 3 quarters. In the fourth, kind of 6 minutes on, they started pushing tempo, and their fifth years were really aggressive with us. They attacked the rim. We got in some foul trouble, and we panicked a little bit.
Once we got into the fourth quarter, they had started to put a little bit of pressure on us, and I think we panicked a bit with the pressure. Yeah. So it's important for us to, when we go into our game tomorrow, to remember that we can beat them when they put pressure on, and then once we get into the half court, to just run our offense properly the way we always run it.
Even though the team lost, it still won. Reinventing team chemistry after the loss of 2 players has been tough, but Friday's game was evidence the work being put in is working.
Our cohesion is off the charts, especially defensively. The girls really understand what we need to do. I thought today, 2 or 3 possessions defensively we let off, and it cost us today. This is the number 7 team in the country, and we're ahead going into the fourth quarter. I'm going to take that all day. And realistically, no one's played these guys tough like that, and it shows a lot about our girls' character.
The men fared better with a huge 75-72 win. With Terrell Murdoch not dressed due to a wrist injury, Jonathan Sappleton was called on to start at point guard and was just what the Rustlers needed, scoring a team-high 25 points.
I thought I did exactly what Coach needed me to do. You know, Terrell Murdoch, he's normally our primary point guard, so I just needed to go out there and just give us a big lift. Coach told me that it was going to be a big game for me, so I just tried to go out there and do everything he needed me to do, and I'm glad that we came away with the win.
He's capable of putting up big numbers. He just has to get a feel for the game, especially with Terrell, one of our main players out in point guard. It allowed him to play more minutes, and he showed what he can do.
For the second game in a row, the men's team held a double-digit lead it couldn't sustain. And for the second time in as many games, it got into foul trouble, giving up at least 25 free throws to both Nate and Concordia. But the foul situation isn't because the team is undisciplined. In fact, it's quite the opposite.
Well, Coach wants us to be aggressive because we have the talent, we have the athletic guys to get out on guys and hedge and do things like that a lot of teams can't do. We're a really athletic team.
Towards the end there, they got a couple of traps, and we got a couple of steals out of it in crunch time. So that's the kind of rotation and defensive intensity I want to see all the time, and it was good tonight.
The win gave the men's team the confidence that it can play with the division's top teams. Now, it's just a matter of execution. Lance Phillips, Newcap Sports, Lloydminster.